are sure we will have those defense batteries up and running?
No. I'm not sure. They're in bad shape, Del. Really bad shape. I'm already using duct tape and spit to keep the station from falling apart. You want me to pull a rabbit out of my hat?
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear that it's going to be fixed. Period. Get it done.
All right. I'm on it.
You want to quit standing there and hand over the conduction grid data?
Ah, perfect. I'll take that.
Dependable as always. Unlike some people we know.
Oh, that's real funny.
All right, listen up because I don't want to repeat this twice. We've gotten word that UC SysDef is massing somewhere nearby for an attack on the key. While we prepare for their arrival, I want you to head straight for Bannock 4 and bring Crix's legacy home. Just slow down and listen before you jump the gun and ruin everything. Lay it out, Jess.
All right, first things first. I'm gonna upload this data you snagged from Generdyne into the Keys databanks. All you need to do is build and then install a conduction grid module onto your ship. Oh, and if you haven't already, you'll need the CommSpike module installed as well.
Once your ship is ready, jump out to Bannock 4, board the legacy, and bring us the cash.
Exactly. I already have one ready for you. After you board the legacy, be on the lookout for 2 transfer modules. They're special keys that allow access to the ship's vault. Once you locate the vault's control center, hook up the data core, and download everything they've got.
And before you get any bright ideas, like running off with the money, that currency is going to be heavily encrypted. Only a genius like Shinya will be able to crack that encryption, so bring it back here right away. Are you kidding? Everyone around here is a traitor. Look, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. If that money ends up anywhere but the key, I will hunt you down and pry it out of your dead hands myself. Now get moving. You've met some of them already. Matis Castillo, Yevgeny Rokov, Juan Dayu, Estelle Vincent, and Adler Kemp. They might feel like independents to you, but each one of them has a stake in the Crimson Fleet, and each one of them wants a cut of the wealth. I am sending word out to every able-bodied captain that they are needed. We'll see how many. The toughest nut to crack is if UC SysDef brings in the Vigilance. That Commander Ikande has himself a hell of a ship there. Advanced shield tech, bristling with weapons. I would love to see that thing burn. If we hope to stand a chance against it, we need those defensive batteries. And get moving before it's too late.
Caught me off guard, not gonna lie. Must have brought in a hell of a lot of creds.
Rook.
We may not have official security on the key, but we're always looking for traitors.
I always thought heat leeches were just pests. Never considered trying to raise one as a pet. Imagine having your own terror morph. fleet protects our own. If you need credits, hit up the mission boards at the core.
I'll pay you 20 credits if you can do the thing with the knife.
You're out of your damn mind. Last work that you got lost to.
Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Years.
Fine. Go ahead.
When is enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Cricks need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job. Me, I came from nothing. Everything I
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds, and they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course. What is it?
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, I will hunt you down and kill you in front of everyone. Do you understand?
I understand. You have my word. Tell us about your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular. Definitely one for the record books. UC Security sent an armada after our little fleet of ships picked us off one.
For our listeners' benefit, that was the star station in orbit around Volii that you destroyed just before your arrest, correct?
You see, that's what they'd have you believe, but the truth is much less sinister. There was a firefight on the wheel when they tried to bring us in. We holed up, but UC Security unleashed hell. The damage they caused was catastrophic. We only surrendered so we wouldn't die when the station exploded.
Well, the UC says
I'm
you
busy.
set
Make
demolition
it quick.
charges to try and cover your tracks and make your escape.
That's their story. You'll have to go with your gut on what you think really happened. Anyway,
I need to get those defensive batteries online, so make this fast. Not a problem. Conduction grid data is all set up in the system, so it should be. All right. Not a problem. Sounds like fun.
This better be important.
That's cool at all, but man.
Howdy.
All support ships have arrived, Commander.
Good. After we're done here, arrange a briefing. I want all of their CEOs over here as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
Early reports say your mission on the Siren was a success. I'm sure the commander is...
There you are. Where have you been? Don't mistake what you're doing as some sort of heroic gesture. We're all risking our lives here. I've received the reports about your little foray into Genodyne. Last piece of the puzzle before you go after Crix's legacy. Which means it's time to put all the cards on the table and prepare to attack the key. Good. The more confusion and panic we cause, the more damage we can potentially inflict. Before you jump to Bannock 4, I need to make one thing abundantly clear. The credits from that Galbank transport cannot reach the fleet. You have to bring them here at all costs. If Delgado gains access to those resources, we might be touching off a battle we can't possibly win.
We've been monitoring the Crimson Fleet's comm chatter in the Crix system. They're gathering allies by making promises based on your success.
As much as I hate to admit it, UC SysDef won't stand a chance. The fleet will become stronger and more unified than ever. I'm pretty sure you're joking, but just in case you're fishing for what I'd say, I can tell you this. That money doesn't belong to you, or the Crimson Fleet, or even UC SysDef. It was for war reparations and belongs to the people. Allowing Delgado to get Crix's legacy or keeping it for yourself would have extremely serious repercussions. I've always known that when it came down to it, you'd do the right thing. All right, I guess this is it. Do whatever prep you need to do aboard the Vigilance, and then head out to Bannock 4. When you return here with Crix's legacy, we'll begin the attack. Good luck. During the end of the Narion War, the money was destined to bolster the Freestar Collective's coffers. Even though we were rivals at the time, and I suppose we still are to some extent, the credits still rightfully belong to their people. After the money is turned over to Master, I'm certain arrangements will be made to return the money to the proper authorities in Aquila City. All my hopes go with you. Good luck.
Need anything before you head to Bannock? Glad to hear it. Let's see.
It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Crix's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Crix picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny...
Find anything else? Are you kidding me? Dombrowski was already making a 6-figure salary, and yet he couldn't resist starting an embezzlement scheme. It makes me sick. It's gonna be an absolute pleasure to throw his butt in prison. Any other fragments?
Benjamin Bayou, pride of the Freestar Collective. The authorities there have been trying to nail him for a long time. Bringing us proof that he's been manipulating Genodyne from the shadows is pretty tasty stuff.
Have any more? Understood. Keeps... 2 reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. That means keeping prisoners under his own roof until this is resolved. Second, this is an undercover mission. For our safety and yours. You're not gonna let this go, are you? I suppose that's fair. Though, would it shock you to learn that I spent some time in prison? That's fair. Well, I grew up In the well in New Atlantis. Parents made barely enough money to keep the lights on. After I dropped out of school, they begged for me to look for work. But I realized it was a lot easier to simply... A year after that, I'm a career criminal with UC security breathing down my neck, and... That's just it, though. I was having the time of my life, earning way more than I needed to simply get by and loving every minute of it. Back then, if you would have told me one day I'd be wearing this uniform, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Thanks. I'm quite proud of where I've ended up. Let's just say the years after my time in the well were... Look, the point is that I felt you deserved to know a bit about my past. All I'm hoping is that it will motivate you to stay on the right... Well, I think you've had... Let's get back to it before... Even as long ago as the Narian War, Galbank used an extremely potent level of encryption. Unfortunately, the unlock ciphers are lost to time. However, if you can bring us one of Galbank's old Don't worry, I'm sure some of the techs at MAST will be able to work with whatever you bring to reverse the... We'll provide you with information, but any inventory or ship services, it'll help you maintain your cover and also give you... You come back alive. You hear me? Has something on your mind? We'll see you soon.
Sysdef Marines are the best of the best. Well, you doing all right? Feels like we got maybe one more calm before the storm.
Those pirates are gonna look like fools when we take the legacy from under their noses.
You met Archangel? That guy's a real cocky bastard. Glad he's on our side, though.
Sir, if I may speak freely, is there reason for the harsh reprimand?
Welcome to the brig. As a member of
Sysdef,
Sysdef, you may talk with the prisoners as a personal rule. I simply ask that you adhere to UC Navy standards of clean. That means no mud on your boots, your hand. Excellent. And all that being said, I understand your mission directive might call for flexibility. So if you need to be a rum-drinking, swashbuckling pirate to do your job. So it's true. All my life I've been led to believe the guards on the lock were heroes. But there was part of me that always doubted the story. Even as a child learning about the history from the slates. Thank you for bringing me this. I get that Crix is about as unreliable a witness as they come, but... Really? I know you were headed to the key, but I didn't realize you'd actually get a chance to visit the lock. I almost respect the fleet for doing that. They're trying to pass down... And how many times has he done that previously with other recruits? No. I'd say this was 1 part scavenger hunt, 3 part... But all that aside, give me your honesty. I was afraid of that. I think I'm starting to fully realize the hand we played in all this. Truth be told, my ancestor was a guard on Suvorov. Part of the reason I joined SysDef was to find out more about his experience, and whether the history books told the whole story. And coupled with Crix's testimony, it paints a damning picture. As a matter of fact, I have a favor to ask. I understand that part of your undercover work involves going to the fleet headquarters. While you're there, if you find anything pertaining to the history of the fleet, I'd be interested in learning about it. It's not, and purely voluntary. As a jail. I appreciate it. I've actually heard rumors about there being audio logs for an interview the founder of the fleet, Jasper. I'm interested in anything he had to say regarding his time in prison, and how, if you find anything like that, bring it back here. Soldier, have you ever heard of Trenchfoot?
Can't say that I have, sir.
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience? Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted... The truth is a bit more complicated. Exactly. But we've got time, so... You see, at my age, you know who you are. And I'd swipe a cred stick for my own mother if it had enough zeros on it. But even in a group of cred-hungry thieves, a man has to have a code. Rules. And they're as paper-thin as Delgado's skin when you joke about his arm. Even Nev is a traitor to her own ambition, and Shinya to himself. But it means nothing if the higher-ups are loyal, if you can't keep the rooks from sampling your wares. That's the part that ticked me off. In the fleet, you gotta worry about the guy sleeping next to you, and if he's gonna take a bigger piece of the pie. You gotta wake up the next morning and wonder why your slice is missing and the crumbs are stuck to his face. Yeah, I've had some work done. If you got the Crimson Fleet on your back, you would too. As for the name, that was actually the hard part. You can use 100 different aliases and the system will just add them to the list. Now you can pay a guy to delete the list, but Neva probably paid the same guy to hit rewind. And here we are.
Thanks, Captain. Am I currently in? I will await your next order here.
Recording initiated. Alright, it's recording. So like you were saying, that's all we have left.
If we stretch things out and cut our rations in half, I'd say we'll be out of food in a week, maybe 9 days.
How do I do it, Kellner? How do I tell everyone we're all going to die?
You don't have to. Everyone knows. They're all making peace with it. Bakara and Osterholt knew. They simply chose to handle it by giving up early and taking their own lives.
Look at all that money down there. Millions of credits. Completely worthless. With all of that, I could buy another ship. Fly us all out of here. I wonder if Galbank will even bother to send word to my family. To any of our families.
Captain, listen. You're not at fault for what happened. Those ships came out of nowhere. The fact that we've lived this long is a gift. A miracle.
Which means we should enjoy every second of the time that remains. Right, Crewman Kellner?
My thoughts exactly, Captain.
Come closer. I need you. Crew recording terminated.
Warning, vault access requires an authorized transfer module. Vault access approved. Please get clear of the door.
Warning, enemy activity detected. activity in this area.
Crew recording initiated.
Well now, let's see. Another day's gone by. What's it been now? 6 weeks? Who the hell knows? Food packs from my ship are gone, so it looks like the clock's running down for me, and Issa wins. What a clever woman. I never saw it coming. I mean, I can't blame her. I was stupid enough to hand her the opportunity. Now the fleet's resting on her shoulders. I only hope she doesn't run the whole operation right into the ground. Anyway, let me just sit down in this chair. Yeah. There we go. Best view in the house. All that money staring me right in the face, and it's completely worthless. This is a nightmare. Worst kind of prison imaginable. I'd trade every last drink.
External communication detected. Automated recording system activated.
Legacy, come in. This is Issa Meland. Are you there, Legacy?
Holy shit. Issa, is that you? Issa, I'm here. Yes, I can read you.
Jasper Creeks. You still alive? You always were one tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm alive. No thanks to you. A month? Really? You left me to sit here and panic for a month. We said you'd wait a week, tops.
Wait a moment. I think broadcasting from outside the EM field is interfering with my comms. Did I just hear Jasper Creeks?
Yeah. How about we cut the crap and you get my ass out of here? Come on, there has to be millions of credits here. We're rich.
Admit that he was panicking about you know something. What? I think I'm going to pass. Right before you left, remember how you temporarily placed me in charge of the fleet? Well, right then I decided to make the job permanent. All I had to do was make some alterations to your sheeting plans. Mainly the footnotes where the lead technician mentions it needs more work. I even paid a tech to ensure a few of your ship's power connections were dodgy, just in case. And look at you now. Frankly, I'm surprised those shields held long enough for you to make it through the storm.
What the hell? You can't do this to me. I'm in charge of the fleet. How dare you?
Crew recording initiated.
Son of a bitch. Nothing. Complete waste of time. I've tried everything I can possibly think of, and I end up right where I started. I thought I was so clever. Thought I had it all figured out. First, fix my ship and get the prototype shielding back online. Second, shunt the power from the cred tanker ring back to the system to drain the credits. And then third, haul ass back to my ship before the EM field rips apart the legacy. 3 easy steps, right? Only problem is, I'm stuck at step 1. Every system on my ship is dead, and there's nothing aboard this ship to use for repairs. I can't believe I came all this way, just to end up stuck here like the poor bastards who ran this ship. Actually, wait a second. Issa will figure it out. I told her where I was going for a reason. She's smart. She'll know something's up when I miss the rendezvous. After all, we're supposed to split the loot. All I have to do is sit tight and wait until she figures out that something's gone wrong. Then she'll come here looking for me. In the meantime, I should start rationing my food. I could be waiting for a while.
Crew recording terminated.
Warning, power reserves insufficient for requested action. Warning, power reserves insufficient for requested action. Beginning currency transfer. Please stand by. Currency transfer complete. Warning, electromagnetic surge detected. System failure imminent. Multiple voltages detected.
I even paid a tech to ensure a few of your ship's power connections were dodgy. Just in case. Frankly, I'm surprised those shields held long enough for you to make it through the storm.
I'm in charge of the fleet. How dare you?
Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I thought that was clear. I'm in charge. You're dead. Well, I won't tell everyone that. I'll spin some story about you moving on to flute in hand. Oh, very romantic. Let's repeat it now.
You don't care about the credits. You don't know what this is all about. Fleet is family, remember? If we can't depend on each other, then what the fuck is the point?
Boarding the Legacy is a one-way journey. The technology simply doesn't exist to pull off your stupid eyes. And no, this motto, I listened to that bullshit for years while you made deals and cut me out of them. You call that family? You know what? I'm glad you're alive. It's given me a chance to say goodbye. So, goodbye.
Lisa? Lisa? Are you still there? Answer me.
Crew recording terminated.
Separation complete.